back at everything that happened this season, how would you describe some of the ups, some of the downs?
Of course, through the season, I had up and down, like injuries, but stuff like that, the guys got to step up, be leaders. Overall, look good.
I think it was the second game of the year. You ran for over 200 yards against Kansas State, and then some of the games after that, obviously you didn't get up to that number. What were you thinking in that time? And obviously when you run for 200 yards, you think you're going to do that every game, but a few games after that, you didn't do that.
Yeah, but just play my role. When the ball is in my hand, do my job. When it's not, still do my job.
Talk about there's always going to be ups and downs, but even when you had some of those downs, you look at the Auburn game, I think it was the Texas A&M game where you had pretty big games. How were you able to sort of stay focused and then come out in those games and do what you did?
Give all the credit to Coach, keep my head level. You can't be too greedy. Everybody can't have the same carries. Some games not gonna go your way. It's part of the game.
Speaking of,
looking back at the Egg Bowl, I mean, you had a chance to review it now. How do you feel you played that night?
I played pretty decent. I had some runs that could have exploded, a little more harder to do. But overall, it was okay.
speaking of the Egg Bowl and some of those other games that I mentioned that you played well in, obviously you showed some flashes and you're only a sophomore. Do you think that's what you can do consistently as a junior heading into next year?
Oh yeah, of course. You gotta get back in the lab with Coach. He'll go over some things. He'll show you my negatives and also my positives, but mostly my negatives for what I can do. So just gotta see.
You mentioned Coach Huff a couple times now. How do you think he did, kind of juggling what he had to do? He's coaching you, who you obviously have a future here, but then Eris, this is his last year, and he sort of had a diminished role this year. How do you think he did sort of handling you guys this year?
Oh, he treat every individual in the running back room the same. Ain't no favoritism. Everybody got their own role. Whoever in the game, they got to do what they got to do.
From your vantage point, what clicked in the offense? Not just the running game, but the passing game, everything over the last 5 games of the season.
Just basically everybody getting comfortable in the system. New system. Everybody got different talent, so everybody just had to play their role, get used to the coaching, and get the job done.
Could you see things loosening up a little bit? Because I think the running backs averaged over 6 yards a carry in that stretch. Once the passes started being completed, it looked like y'all had more room to run.
Oh yeah, whenever you throw the ball pretty well, put the defense on their feet. Also when you can run the ball, they call it habit.
Do you feel like that's the kind of momentum that can carry into next season as the spring approaches and new quarterback? Do you think that's going to be the case next year?
Oh yeah, next year should be very interesting. Since everybody knows the system now. I can't speak on it, but I hope everything is good.
Speaking of next year, how big would it be to go out against Iowa in the bowl game and have a pretty good game, sort of for your psyche and your mentality throughout the off season?
Oh yeah, having a big game with Iowa would be big. They got a top-notch defense, one of the best defense in the country. So if I can be able to contribute like I've been doing, it would be huge.
Well, you always feel like you had a touchdown that's not on the record that you should have this season.
Yeah, it was like, if it would have counted, that would have been one of my big moments. Going to get Nick Saban scoring a touchdown, any player during that.
But did it leave you kind of motivated then to make sure on the rest of the touchdowns this season?
Oh yeah, it just motivated me. It also taught me a lesson, like when things don't go your way, you still gotta stay positive, keep a level head. So like if I'm down, my other teammates they see me, they can get put down.
Signing day is just 2 days away. If you could tell a high school recruit, give them a message about not just Mississippi State, but about the recruiting process, what would you want to tell them?
I basically tell them signing day is a big moment. Just enjoy the process, but at the end of the day, just come to one team. Just make sure it's the right team, make sure it's the right coaching staff, make sure it's the right school for you and your family love it.